Hey guys, Louise Rowe from Corehead Farm Horses and Ponies. Thanks for tuning in to session 3 with Beauty. For those listeners that are not aware of Beauty's background, I'll give you a quick recap. Beauty came into Corehead having just had a foal weaned. I bought her knowing full well she was completely unhandled and didn't trust people. And in fact she was uncatchable and also untouchable. What was also interesting about this mare is if you put too much pressure on her too soon, she will freeze and go inward. This is easy to see if you know how to look for your stress indicators. So the changes in their eye, if you can see the whites of their eye, the jaw clenching, the mouth is very tight, and also there's like a sort of triangular sort of line, the same as if we look concerned or worried, our eyebrows sort of arch upwards in the middle. Their faces actually do the same thing. So it's just knowing how to look for that. I think I was able to get her relaxed enough to progress relatively quickly to her being comfortable to be caught and touched. And if you've seen the previous clip from session 2, she even lays down with me. The work that I've done to get to this point has really been around awareness, not so much about techniques. It's just really being aware of being very aware of yourself, being present, extremely patient, and mindful of what you're doing around the horse and noticing what their attention is on as well. Okay, so now I'll talk you through some of the things we've done so far to get to this point. First of all, with a horse like this, you want to be thinking draw and not drive. And this is one of the reasons why I won't send this kind of horse out in the round pen to begin with, because I really want her to be feeling comfortable in the middle with me first. I mean, for her, I am the scary object here, so you really need to get that sort of connection with them first and make them feel secure in the middle. So we started our work, the awareness work, just in the field, and obviously I couldn't get very close to her, so I started out by getting as close as she would allow me to be without her leaving, and from there all I focused on really was just being aware of what she was aware of. So if she looked out into the next field at something, I would look that way too. I'd try and match my movements with hers, and just showing her really how aware I was of everything that she was doing and anything that she was concerned about. And soon when they notice that you are this aware, they very gradually start to trust you, and as they would another herd member. And this is when you can start to ask a little bit more. And I eventually was able to sort of yield over her quarters by just applying a slight pressure, just by walking slowly towards her hindquarters. Obviously I couldn't get close enough anyway to get kicked, but just close enough to put some pressure on, and she would yield her quarters. Then as soon as she did that, I would back off and reward her for that. So I was effectively teaching her from a distance, and then eventually from doing this she'd yield her quarters, and then I would sort of arc away from her, and then she would take those few steps to follow me. So that's how I got her caught, and then we sort of moved on to the round pen work, and this is where you start to ask for a change in focus, so you're now asking for a little bit more, but you've got to be careful not to demand. I used a flag to, each time she sort of looked at something else or looked out at the round pen, I'd just give the flag a little wave and get an ear on me, or get her to, turn her head towards me. And as soon as she did that, then I would just release all the pressure and walk away. And pretty soon this message is just telling them that, oh, I saw you changing focus there, because I am aware. And eventually, you get this draw effect from it, and they just sort of want to be around you, and pretty soon after that, lots of licking and chewing, and her head coming down, and then eventually she just I squatted down near her, and then literally about a few seconds later she just buckled at the knees and laid down, which was pretty awesome. So here we finally get to see the effect of using draw before drive. She did go the wrong way, but I'm not too concerned about that at this stage. What I am interested in is how close she stayed when I sent her away. And she didn't run all the way out to the rail. She stays pretty close to me, so I'm raising her adrenaline quite a bit here. So she's about 8 out of 10 on the scale of adrenaline going there. But look how close and connected she is. I'm really pleased with that. And I just feel that if I would have used the send away first, we just wouldn't have had this so early on. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you found this useful. Any questions, just drop me an inbox and I'll answer them the best I can. Until next time, catch you later.